Hello everyone. In this session, we will be talking about the sorting in Tableau. In Tableau, sorting refers to the process of arranging the data in a specific order within a visualization. Sorting helps us to analyze and interpret the data more effectively by presenting it in a structured manner. Tableau provides the various options for sorting in a visualizations, depending on the specific requirement on for your analysis. Here are the primary sorting options in Tableau. The first one is doing the manual sorting. Manual sorting allows you to define the order in which specific item or category should appear in the visualization. You can manually drag and drop the items in the rows and column shelf to arrange them as desired. This type of sorting is useful when you want to create a custom order or dimension members, such as arranging the product categories by price. The second one is the ascending or descending sort. You can sort the data in either ascending way or the descending. If you are arranging it in the ascending way, it would be from A to Z or low to high. And while you are doing it in the descending format, it would be Z to A or high to low. And this is based on a particular dimension or measure. To sort this, we usually do the right click on the dimension or measure in the view and select the sorting order which we prefer. Then we can try to do the sort by measure or sort by the dimension as well. So let's see in the Tableau screen what is this sorting and how does it work. So we are in our Tableau screen and here we will be looking at how to do sorting. Here over the quick access toolbar, I have these two buttons over here with me. These buttons would be activated whenever we are trying to do the sorting in any kind of visualizations. And as you can see in this one, the data is slowly increasing and in this one, the data is slowly decreasing. So this one is for the ascending sorting and this one is for the descending sorting. So one way is to use these buttons to sort the data. So let me try to create a visualization and see how these sortings work. So let's say I'm trying to create the subcategory wise sales. Over here, my data is in the format of a text table. Over here, you can see these two buttons which were grayed out earlier are now available. And the least amount of subcategory that is making the sales is somewhere, I think, tables is there, then labels is also making less sales. So let's see with the help of this sorting how we can clear our confusion, which is the lowest selling product. So I can click on this sort in ascending way. And you can see labels is the one which is doing less in sales, while phones are the ones which are selling the most. If you want to arrange this data in the descending order, then you can use this button. This button would sort your data in the descending order. Over here, again, you can see phones are the ones that are making maximum number of sales, while labels are the lowest selling product. The same can be done with the help of multiple measures or dimensions when they are chosen. So let's say, let me clear my screen. Again, I'm trying to create a subcategory wise sales over here. And this time, I'm also taking the profit. So now over here in my text table, I'm having these different values of profit and sales for each of the subcategories. Let's say I'm trying to sort this data in the ascending. What would happen? So you can see the labels are the ones which are making the least profit, while sales are the one which is making the least sales. But this is not true. If we look over here, fasteners are making much lesser profit than the labels. But why is this data not sorted? So what is happening over here is it is sorting the data. But since the measure or the dimension is not defined according to which we have to sort, this sorting result would not be effective. So here what I have to do is I have to define what kind of the parameter is there on the top of which I have to do the sorting. So let's say I want to sort it according to the lowest profit that is being made by every subcategory. So what would I do? I'll just press Ctrl Z to roll back to the previous version. Over here, if you go to the profit, you can see a small icon over here. This icon is showing me the sorting option. So if you click on it, you can see right now it is arranging my data in the descending and tables are the one which is making the least amount of profit. If I click on this again, now over here, my data is being arranged in the ascending format. So this is one of the way in which you can define on the basis of what kind of measure or dimension do you want to sort your data. Let's say I don't want to see it on the base of any measure. I want to see it on the based on the subcategories. So the subcategories, when we are talking about these kind of values, they are having some text-based information inside it. So few of the subcategories are starting from A, some are starting from B, C, and all the way they are going till T, and I cannot find any subcategory from Z. So they would be arranged in such a way that it would be starting with the A starting subcategory and going all the way towards the T starting subcategory. So here you can see there is this sorting option. If you click on it, then the result would be sorted based on the A to Z or Z to A format, whatever kind of sorting you are trying to choose from. So these are the different ways in which you can do the sorting in ascending or descending. Now let's take another example. This time I'm taking an example of a bar chart. So over here again, I'm taking the subcategory wise sales. This is giving me a text table. Let me change it to the bar chart from over here. it is giving me the bar chart. So this bar chart is very hard to view. I know labels are the one which is making the least amount of sales, but it is not quite visible with the help of this bar chart. As you can see, the fasteners and label are having some similar kind of height. So it is very hard to identify which is the one making the least sales. So over here, what I can do is I can sort this data in the ascending way. And over here, if you do that, you can see the labels are on the top and the phones are on the bottom. The same can be done with the help of sort in ascending. So you can see the results are now clear over here. What if I have a nested chart over here and I want to apply the same thing on the top of it? How can I do it? So we know that I'm having this category region over here and this subcategory is a part of this category region. So whatever subcategories are present over here, they belong to a category. So let me drag this category over here just ahead of this subcategory. And you can see this subcategory is now a part of this category. In furniture, I have these four subcategories: chairs, bookcase, tables, and furnitures. Now, inside of these categories, I want to see which is the subcategories that is making the highest of sales and which is making the lowest of sales. So again, I can go in the sorting icon and I can choose to sort the data in the ascending or descending. Right now, I chose the ascending order, and you can see in the furniture, furnishing items are the one which are making the less sales, and chairs are the one which are making the highest sales. In office supplies, it goes with the labels, and in technologies, the accessories are the one which are making the less sales. So this kind of sorting can also be done with the help of these sorting options. So in the previous sheet, we saw how we can create a text table and how we can do the sorting on based on a single measure. Then we saw how can we do the sorting based on the multiple measures. Also on the base of any table, any column which is containing the text-based information. Then we move to this sheet where we saw different kind of visualization based on what uh, this sorting can be done. And then we move to this category and subcategory wise chart, which is basically a nested chart. And we saw how can we do the sorting in these kind of charts also. So practice with the help of more visuals. You can choose a different kind of values. Say if market is consisting of some regions, you can do it with the help of these nested visualizations and see what is the chart that it is trying to show you. So this was all for this session. Thank you.